Eternal We're sorry. I kept mentioning my old YT channel. Welcome back again to my Science, Health, Safety, and Music channel. I'm already forgetful. Okay, life starts at 40. Oh my gosh. I don't have exactly to mention my age, and you will be the one to research that in my profile, my account, social media accounts. Okay, welcome back to my Science, Health, Safety, and Music channel. Oh, look at me. Oh. Okay, so natural, right? I don't have to wear attractive dress or, colored shirt or whatever. Okay, so this is on the spot because I don't plan to vlog today since makulimlim ang bukang liwayway sa pagkakataon ito. That's why I need to vlog. Hello, Zylie! Okay, so welcome back. But before anything else, look at my hair. Oh, I have a new haircut. It costs 80 pesos per haircut in the city of Naga, Cebu, somewhere along in the before PAP, Professional Academy of the Philippines. Okay, and there's one small barber shop there. Okay, like that. Okay, so it's gonna be like I'm going to be able to share my new loyalty card class. Oh, hello Pag-Ibig, as you can see, right? You can see. Hello Pag-Ibig. So by the way, what is really Pag-Ibig before anything else? Okay, so that we will know. Pag-Ibig is also an acronym, just like SSS. So when we say about acronyms, there will be a definition in each letter. Okay, for example, SSS. S stands for social, the second S stands for security, and the third S stands for system, so social security system. Pag-Ibig also have definitions, but most of the public, okay, don't care about that. Who cares as long as we know that that is Pag-Ibig, a housing financial institution, like that, right? But we need to elaborate what is really Pag-Ibig. Pag-Ibig is, you don't have to memorize, but you can remember. Okay, it's optional. So that is Pagtutulungan Sa Kinabukasan Ikaw, Bangko, Gobyerno. That is the definition. Okay, right? I discussed that also last 3 months ago when I am still in the there, sa gitnang silangan. Wow, gitnang silangan. Tama. Yes. Okay, it's gonna be, I'll just reiterate it now that it's gonna be Pag-Ibig, Pagtutulungan Sa Kinabukasan Ikaw, Bangko, Gobyerno. Okay, that's the definition of Pag-Ibig. So you should write that in your blank sheet of paper because later on we will have an examination test. Okay, quick examination test based on quick comprehension. Oh my gosh, I'm just joking. Okay, so last 1 day ago, I struggled for the processing of this new loyalty card. Plus, I went to the Gaisano Capital Colon, Cebu Colon for this, but it's cut off because I woke up very late. And then I was not able to hit the last number, and then the guard said, "Sir, cut off." Things like that. And then another issue also, there will be no what do you call this one? The camera. Okay, there's a technical deficiency or technical failure regarding the digital. What do you call this one? Digital photo, things like that, because it needs digital photo on the spot. And then I decided to browse the Google search, of course, as usual. Then I found out that there's a lot of branches from, Robinsons, like that. No, it's gonna be a Cebu Business Park, IT Park, Ayala, and then we have also the SRP. Okay, the SRP, Gaisano Capital, I think so, in Laray, Inayawan. I think. I'm not really that sure because, I'm just hearing that a couple of times when I walk in that street. Laray, Inayawan, like that. Okay, then they uh, shouted for the not shouted, convinced the commuters, okay, to be to be one of their customers. Charot. Okay. Like that. So Laray Inayawan, SRP have also the branch. Okay. And then out of a sudden, because that's already afternoon, it's already offline. And the guard said, "Sir, come back tomorrow," like that, blah blah blah. And then I managed to wake up early in the morning, and then to cut the story short, I grabbed this opportunity to have my loyalty card. Okay. By the way, what is the purpose of loyalty card plus? Dito ako, parang ano lang, normal conversation with Junjun. A monologue with Junjun. Nobody asked me, but I'll be the one to ask and I'll be the one to answer also. Okay, so what's gonna be the purpose and objectives of having a loyalty card plus? Okay, so the convenience is that you can do it in online, and then you can manage to go to ATM machine directly. If, for example, if you try to apply for a housing loan, for example, calamity loan, multi-purpose loan, what else? There's a lot, right? There's a lot of privileges or, benefits in Pag-Ibig that you wish to pursue in applying, right? Okay. And the money will be delivered directly in cash to the machine, like that. Okay, and this loyalty card plus will be used in withdrawing the money directly. Okay, things like that. So this is gonna be the sample of the card. Okay, things like that. If you have the number in the Pag-Ibig and you are a regular member of the Pag-Ibig, then you can easily manage to apply for this Pag-Ibig Loyalty Card Plus. Okay? This is gonna be good because there's a partnership between the AUB Bank. You know AUB Bank? Not too popular, right? But this is international bank. Asian United Bank tied up with the government financial institution Pag-Ibig to come up with this arrangement. Okay, so if you try to get this Pag-Ibig Loyalty Plus card, then you can automatically also have an account with AUB. Okay, because they are linked with each other. So if you have this, automatically you have also your account number. Okay, this is an ATM. Okay, automated teller machine card. You get the point. Again, acronym. Too much acronyms in the world, and you have to know what is the definitions of those acronyms. Okay, because you are teaching our students to do a lot of shortcuts, and then when you ask them what's the meaning for this, they cannot answer. Okay, because they're too dependent on the acronyms. They made it shortcut every time. Okay, so dapat when we try to teach our children, then we need to explain them in details the meaning of each letter so that they can understand when they grow up. Okay, what is SS ma? What is SS pa? And then they are very, very brilliant to ask questions at their younger age. Then you have to answer. And if you don't know how to answer also, then research. Okay, because it's so shameful that we are the parents, then we cannot teach our children to give the definitions of these basic terminologies. Okay, you got the point? Supposedly, this is really basic and common sense. Our teachers will not teach this also every time. Okay? Sariling sikap. Get the point? Like that. When you go to the social media, then sometimes, not sometimes, it's always be the case that you need to learn second to second, minute to minute. Okay, you need to balance your surfing, right? To the social media. You will not focus in one area only. Like that. Okay, you need to balance, just like a roller coaster. Okay, here I need to be happy, I need to be enjoy, and then watching comedy reels in TikTok. Okay, and after that, after 1 hour, I need to listen music. Oh, go to the music, listening R&B music, jazz music, rap music, pop ballad music, and biritan, or belting of higher notes, songs, or all these classics and standards if you want, all about music, or rap music. Okay, and then later on, after 2 hours, you're gonna watch a movie. Okay, a movie, latest movie of today's generation, like that. And after that, also you will watch health. Okay, the life is gonna be like this for okay for. I'm not saying I'm not discriminating also for individuals that have higher intelligence. You know, they will not stick in one area. You have to just like a roller coaster. They need to serve later on science, health issues like this about food. What's gonna be the effect if eating too much fatty substances? What will be the effect? That's health also. And after also, go to the science, academics, like that. And then later, spend 30 minutes for marites, like that. Okay, but not really that necessary for the marites. Marites in a right, in a good point of view. Professional marites or marites dealing with positive impacts, not the negative impacts, not always talking the lives of others. Okay? Because there are two types of narratives. Narratives talking about the positive and narratives talking about the negative. Just go to the positive. You get the point. Things like, and then after that, watch TV like that, TV series, like whatever, like that. Okay, get the point. And then after that, Facebook. After that, YouTube. After that, like that. So that your life will not be boring, will not be monotonous. Because wherever you are, you can really stand through the test of time. Gonna be like just like me, right? I'm an OFW. I always straight for 3 years, 2 years. I'll never go back again in my country of origin because sometimes there are also limitations with my colleagues that they cannot make it. Only me can make it, and they need guidance like that. So it's gonna be like that. How crucial the department without me running the safety department, things like that. Okay, but good only if there are complete set up of safety department, then I can help them. No need to help. Then I can always go directly every yearly vacation and things like that. But sometimes also not like that, right? So there always be a pros and cons wherever you are. Things like that. So you need to manage like that to be balanced, just like chemistry. You always balance the chemical reactions to proceed to yield end products, things like that, and you need the activation energy to achieve a chemical reaction, right? Because in chemistry, if there's no activation energy, then there's no chemical reactions. The same also biochemical reactions inside the body. If there's no activation energy, then there will be no chemical reaction. Meaning to say, we need to introduce an enzymes to activate biochemical reactions. Then we need to study enzyme biology also, right? Enzyme biology, the cell biology, things like that. Okay, you don't need to limit yourself only in the areas where you are good. Okay, you should also explore other areas you are weak, things like that. Me also sometimes I read about mechanical engineering, like that, electrical engineering, because I found it poor in that areas, things like that. Okay, so this is gonna be a total package of learning to be balanced. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Okay, nilayo na to sa istorya. Okay, this is the loyalty card plus. So this is gonna be new, as you can see, right? Like that. Now, what are the steps to produce this, to acquire this? Okay, the first step is you need to fill up the application form. Whether you are trying to print that in your home and write that legibly, clearly and neatly, things like that without errors, and then or you can also fill up that in the Pag-Ibig branches, let's say in the SRP Gaisano Capital in Laray or in the Gaisano Capital in Cebu Colon. They will give you the form, then fill up properly like that, and then you need to go to the guard, okay, for the arrangement of your waiting ticket, things like that. Just like a small sheet of a paper, and then they will give you that kapila na ka, whatever, and you should line there. Queue line, okay, and then you will sit there in a lot of chairs there inside the Pag-Ibig center, and then it will be shown in the big computer screen like that, and you will see and wait for your number, and then there will be a corresponding category, and then also the teller number. For example, in Pag-Ibig, the teller numbers have C1, C2, C3. This is not Jollibee, ha? C1, C2, like that. It's happening only, uh, coincidingly. Okay, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C11, like that. Okay, C means each corner, like that, okay, or each teller, things like that, equivalent. And then for the loyalty card plus, you will go to 7, C7. Okay, so that you will go directly there without asking anybody, especially if you're listening to this vlog, you will go directly to C7 without questioning and asking the guard there to save your time also. Right? Things like that. And it's better for you to fill up the application form while you are still at your home to save also time. Okay, and then if you don't want to do it, you can do there, and then you have to bring your own pen. Bring your own pen. Things like that. Okay, because there are agencies and government agencies that it's really written there, or private sector written there, use your own ball pen, like that, or bring your own pen, just like CIT University. In each window have bring your own pen instruction. Then what if you don't have pen? Okay, so laging handa. As always taught by our elementary teachers, laging handa, Boy Scout and Girl Scout. So it should be, inculcated in our brain cells always. Ha? Ang laging handa to bring pen, papers, notebook, like that sa ating mga application processes in government, application forms or whatever. Things like that. And then after that, fill upping the application form, you need to procure or produce the 2 government valid IDs. Things like that. But in case of Pag-Ibig, only 1 will be enough. Okay? Like that. Only 1 will be enough. Because there are times also, especially if you try to file for example, others are filing the, what we call this one? I haven't experienced yet. The calamity loan, things like that, the housing loan. So there will be a primary government ID and then the secondary government ID, and then you just read that in the instructions posted in their center, outside the door of their, of their center, and then it's there. Primary IDs, it's been enumerated there. For example, voter's ID, or like that, senior citizen's ID. And then secondary, you have also PRC, like that, driver's license, like that, enumeration. Di ba we love enumeration in the examination test in our education, elementary, high school, college. Those things also will come up every time. There's a lot of enumerations. Especially when we read instructions, there's a lot of listing of sentences that you need to follow. But usually, it's not really a sentence, only a subject. Because only a voter's ID, PRC, because there's no predicate, right? Okay, it's only subject, enumeration. But sometimes also sentences, especially instructions. Instruction 1, go to this area. After that, go to blah blah blah, go to like that. So normally you can understand if you learn English very well. Even if you are not very good in English, you can still understand the instructions, right? Okay, you got the point. So things like that, you need to bring 2 valid government IDs, like that. Okay, and then the girl or the guy will ask you for the application form, and they will look at in the computer, because normally if you try to apply for this loyalty card plus, you are already having the membership ID of the Pag-Ibig. You will not be entertained if you don't have a Pag-Ibig number. Okay, so in short, you are not qualified to get the loyalty plus card if you don't have contribution. Even a single contribution only will do, as long as you have number. But if you don't have number, you cannot go direct. Okay? So it's expected to be, you are already a consistent and a valid member of the Pag-Ibig before getting this one. Okay? So in this alone, you can do multiple of transactions for this. Okay? Especially new married couple, that both of them are working in a in a private sector, government sector, things like that, and you want to have a house, then you need to loan for the house in the Pag-Ibig, things like that. And it's easy for them to have this Pag-Ibig Loyalty Plus card because they will just give them, deposit the money there for their loan, housing loan, things like that. Okay? So, as what I experienced, most of them are, are enjoying this for their loans. Okay? Because me is another, that I do this because of MP2 savings. I can withdraw anytime my MP2 savings in case of any emergency. Things like that. Okay? So, we don't know really, for example, if there's a big calamity that will be happening, we don't know, right? We are not God to easily predict what will be happening in the future, right? So, especially the Philippines is a target of tropical cyclones, things like that, typhoon, and we don't know. Some are really devastating typhoon. So we don't know, then sometimes we need to take a loan to modify our houses, things like that. And that is under calamity loan. Okay, you can also file, by having this, it's easy for them to deposit the money and we do that there. Unlike you don't have like this, only for check, and there's a lengthy process for that. Okay, it's not easy. I mean, it is tasky compared to this. Okay, you got the point. Things like that. And then going back to the steps. After the guy or the teller will look at the computer because as I told you, you're a regular member, you have to take a seat in the chair like that. And you will focus on the camera in front of you. Things like that. Okay? And then the teller will say, or the staff will say, "Sir, look at the camera," like that. And you'll position yourself, removing your cup. I remove my cup because I'm always wearing my cup. Okay, and then remove your glass. I also have the glass. And then remove your mask. I'm also wearing the mask. I remove everything, meaning nothing will be left in your head. Okay, no glass, no mask, no earphone, no cup. And then gonna be like that on the spot photo. Okay, or self photo, meaning selfie. Selfie with a purpose. Okay, you get the point. Things like that. Okay, and then after that, okay, you will need to have biometrics because nowadays biometric is very, very important for details, personal details, information, traceability, and tracking biologically. So it will be reflected there. That's the purpose of biometrics. Biological determination of the details and information of individual so that it can be easily traced or tracked, things like that. And you need to have your left hand and right hand, for example, index finger, like that, middle finger, thumb. Anyway, the girl and the boy and the staff will tell you what to do if it is a left hand or right hand. It's gonna be a quick and on-the-spot instruction with a combination of gestures. Okay? Like that. Then if you cannot hear the staff because there's a window, glass covers, sometimes you cannot easily hear immediately, then you can say, "Pardon, ma'am." You will ask like that, or you want to talk in Bisaya, you will say, "Unsa ganito, ma'am, ako kanong palihog," things like that. Okay? And then the staff will also say, "Sir, blah blah blah, so and so," and then you need to fingerprint there. Okay, and after, that's the time of payment. The payment is 125 pesos. So it's better for you guys to bring cash automatically without bringing the exact bill, for example, 500, because the payment is 125 pesos, so that there will be no burden for them to take a change. Because they are not market, but most of the times there's a change beside them. Okay? So you have to prepare na lang talaga siya, 125 pesos exactly, so that you can save also your time. So that isa ka magkuot-kuot permis ang mga pitaka dito. Okay? So all you have to do is to arrange and segregate the 125 pesos exactly at your hand and turn over to the stop so that it can be processed easily. Okay? And after that, the stop will get the card like this, and he or she will put in the machine automatically this one. And after that, okay, it will come out in the machine and bingo, finished and completed. Things like that. That's it. As easy as that. But you can enjoy the benefits and features for the rest of your lives until 60 years old. Like that. Because 60 years old, you can get your retirement from Pag-Ibig. The same as SSS because these are all social insurance. Okay? Catered by the government. So there's no bankruptcy. Because it's bringing the country name. Okay? Philippines. Okay, mamatay na lang di sila mamatay na mga financial institutions compared to the traditional banks, Metro Bank, BDO, PNB, or BPI. They will just vanished or vanish. I forgot the term. Okay, they will just disappear after there's major problems that will be encountered in the future. We don't know, bankruptcy or closure. But this government financial institution is forever. Really. Generation to generation should be there. Mamatay na lang kang tanan, still, the SSS and Pag-Ibig ay buhay na buhay. You get the point? Because this is the money of the public. Okay, the money of 200 million people. Okay, things like that. Or money of less than 200 million people because not all are contributing also. Okay, that's only targeting approximation. That targeting the majority of the Filipino people are having the Pag-Ibig and SSS because Pag-Ibig also are automatically deducted once you are working. Okay, you cannot say, for example, if you are working to within the Philippines, then automatically your Pag-Ibig and SSS will be deducted, things like that. Okay, unless you don't have work, you are just in the home, housekeeper, wife, or let's say taking care of your lulu or lola, then you don't have to pay for the Pag-Ibig. But if you want also to pay voluntarily, then you can. It doesn't mean that if you don't have work, you don't pay also. So para-paraan. Okay, but what I'm trying to emphasize, they will never force you to pay. Okay, if you don't want also. You get the point? Like that. Since majority are working, that's why it's mandatory in the government. It's more mandatory compared to the Pag-Ibig, okay? Like that because when you go abroad also, you know, SSS will be deducted. SSS will be deducted in the kanang OEC, overseas employment certificate. You should pay for the SSS automatically and the PhilHealth, but they will never include Pag-Ibig. You get the point? That's the only difference. That's why other OFW or migrant or workers doesn't know the features offered by the Pag-Ibig. What they understand always are the regular contribution only after 60 years old, a retirement fund, a pension fund, just like SSS. But beyond that, there are savings portfolio in Pag-Ibig. As I told you, MP2 savings. Okay, you got the point. So if you want your MP2 savings to be withdrawn easily, okay, then have this. Okay, you can withdraw it. Of course, you need to file online or you go to, face to face, then you can. But for me, online always. Okay, I'm just having this because it's very necessary. You get the point. Okay, in the SSS, don't have like this. Only the UMID is important. You need the number and then you go online. Also, if you have your online SSS online, then website, then you click that there. You have your user ID, you have your password, then you can do anything there. You're just like playing games, exploring the features of SSS. The same thing also with Pag-Ibig. In the Pag-Ibig, we have www.virtualpagibig.com. Go there, click, create your username, password, assuming that you are a regular member of Pag-Ibig already. In short, these are all assuming that you are already a member. If you are not still a member, then you cannot. You can only watch the home section of the website, but you cannot go farther to experience the good benefits of the features like that. And you can experiment there, like that, or whatever. Things like, especially as you can troubleshoot there. For example, if you turn 60 years old, how many years left, if you will pay that, blah, 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 how much pension you will receive when you reach 60 years old. It will be targeted also. They're assuming that you will never stop contributing. Or, for example, if you are 30 years old now, and by 60 years old, but you can have the pension